When players like LeBron James come into the league, it's expected that they'll be able to become league-altering players and future legends. But when lesser-known names make it to the NBA, no one is expecting greatness from them, much less all-time level production. So when Giannis Antetokounmpo was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks, the only things that were expected from him were the ability to bring some solid rotation minutes and the possibility of turning into an impactful starter. Now in his 7th season, Giannis has shattered expectations and finds himself in the conversation for the most dominant player in the league since Shaquille O'Neal. How is it that a mostly unknown player became arguably the league's premier star? Welcome to Courtside. Today we'll talk about the rise of the Greek Freak and how it is that the best might be yet to come for him. If you were just introduced to NBA basketball, you'd probably think that Giannis had been doing this for his whole life while participating in some of Europe's most competitive leagues before moving to the United States. But you'd be wrong. Antetokounmpo was born in Greece as the son of immigrants that were looking to give their sons a better quality of life. However, their lives were not as easy as he and his brothers had to help their parents make a living while being stateless until coming of age. By 2007, he started to play basketball and, a few years later, was playing for the Greek club Philathletikos. He began playing in the nation's 3rd division before helping his team ascend to the 2nd division, where he started to receive interest from other European clubs, including Spanish heavyweights Barcelona. However, by 2013, Giannis decided to make himself eligible for the NBA draft and was selected with the 15th pick by the Milwaukee Bucks, as a player that wasn't regarded as a game changer at the time. In his rookie season, he had modest averages of 6.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game, but stood out for his defensive game as he led his class in total blocks with 61 and was selected to the all-rookie 2nd team. But his team struggled on the way to a 15-67 finish. He made improvements in all areas of his game during the following season as a full-time starter under new coach Jason Kidd, and participated in the 2015 Slam Dunk Contest while helping the Bucks return to the playoffs with a 41-41 record. The team would be defeated in the first round of the playoffs by the Chicago Bulls, but there were hopes for the future as there were great improvements from the previous year, and they were able to acquire Greg Monroe during the offseason. However, the Bucks took a step back during the 2016 season and finished with only 33 games. But despite the team's regression, Giannis kept on getting better as he recorded 5 triple-doubles during the final stretch of the season. For his play, he was rewarded by the team with a 4-year contract extension and will continue improving during the following season as he was named as a starter for the 2017 All-Star Game and as a member of the All-NBA 2nd team. On his way to leading Milwaukee back to the playoffs, Antetokounmpo made history by becoming the 5th player to lead his team in all 5 major categories, while also becoming the first to finish in the top 20 in each category during the regular season. He had a solid performance in his team's first-round series against the Toronto Raptors, but they would be defeated in 6 games. His play took another jump forward in the following season as he had one of the best starts in NBA history through the season's first 5 games and later became the franchise's all-time leader in triple-doubles. The Bucks would finish the season with a 44-38 record, the best in Giannis' career up until that point, but were again eliminated in the first round of the playoffs, this time by the Boston Celtics in 7. But things would quickly improve for him and the team after Mike Budenholzer became their new head coach. Under a new system, the Bucks stormed out of the gates on their way to a league-leading 60-22 record, their first 61 season since 1981. Giannis' play continued to improve, and he had several stretches during the season when he was compared to Shaquille O'Neal and Wilt Chamberlain, some of the most dominant players in league history. He was also named as the Euroscar European Player of the Year for 2018 and was the top vote getter for the 2019 All-Star Game in the Eastern Conference. At the end of the season, he became the 5th Bucks player to receive the MVP award for the regular season. Antetokounmpo guided Milwaukee to a first-round sweep over the Detroit Pistons, making it the first time since 2001 that the team advanced to the 2nd season. They would make it to the conference finals before losing to eventual champions Toronto Raptors in 6 games. Motivated by their previous season defeat, the reigning MVP continued to get better as the Bucks became the fastest team to clinch a postseason berth since the current format was implemented, and it seemed like they could reach the 70-win mark. And while that didn't happen, Giannis became more dominant on both ends of the floor on his way to breaking the record for player efficiency rating during a regular season, previously held by Wilt Chamberlain. The Bucks once again finished with the best record in the league despite the season's suspension, and Giannis was named as Defensive Player of the Year, becoming the 5th player in NBA history to win both an MVP and a DPOY award. He's also the favorite to repeat for the MVP trophy, and if he does, he would become the 3rd player to win both awards in the same season after Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon. Now, in his quest to help the Bucks win that championship trophy for the first time in 49 years, Giannis has become arguably the best player in the NBA, challenged only by the likes of LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. And he somehow managed to do that by playing limited minutes. During the current season, he's averaged 30.4 minutes per game as part of his coach's strategy to take care of his players' bodies, something he learned during his time as an assistant with the San Antonio Spurs. However, that Antetokounmpo can produce 29.5 points and 13.6 rebounds per game and lead the league's best defense while playing only 30 minutes is an impressive feat. By comparison, at age 25, LeBron James and Michael Jordan were playing around 40 minutes per game while leading their respective squads. And the comparisons to other players like Shaq is something that even the Big Diesel has embraced. O'Neal has repeated that if he played in the current era of basketball, his play would be exactly like that of Giannis's. Still, for all the praise that he gets as a player, the story has often been how he might leave the Bucks if he's unable to win a championship with the team. Milwaukee's a much smaller market than cities like Los Angeles and New York. However, Giannis has talked on multiple occasions on his desire to remain a Buck and help guide the team to NBA glory. For their part, the team has done an excellent job to surround him with the talent to become contenders. Budenholzer is regarded as a star coach. Chris Middleton has developed into an all-star second option and a 50-40-90 player. And their supporting cast includes a collection of players that can defend at a high level and shoot the three-pointer. This help keeps the court open for Giannis to dominate inside while also anchoring the defense alongside Brook Lopez without needing to constantly be playing excessive minutes. In fact, most of the time, the team has held its own when forced to play without its start. This makes his situation a very different one from the one James was facing when he originally played for the Cavaliers, for example. At the time, the Cavs were completely dependent on their star and were unable to surround him with a decent supporting cast, which led to him deciding to partner with his all-star buddy Dwayne Wade in Miami. And while the media loves to talk about him possibly leaving Milwaukee once his contract is up, a few former players would prefer to see him stay with the Bucks and continue writing his legacy with the team that drafted him. Charles Oakley, for instance, has mentioned how Jordan and LeBron were both older than him when they won their first championship rings, which is true, as the King was 27 when he helped the Heat defeat the Thunder in 2012, and his airness was 28 when he finished the Showtime Lakers in 1991. But only time will tell whether Antetokounmpo will decide to keep playing for the Bucks or will instead take his talent somewhere else to form the next super team. Right now, we can only appreciate the way he's making history on the court and continue to follow him as he keeps getting better. Altogether, the Greek Freak has taken over the league in a way that few are capable of by putting in the work to become better every single day. And as time goes by, it's scary to think that he's yet to reach his full potential and that he could become even more dangerous if he adds a three-point shot to his arsenal. At age 25, Giannis is already one of the NBA's brightest stars, and if he manages to bring a championship to Milwaukee, his place in history might end up being right by the side of some of the all-time greats. Now, do you believe that Antetokounmpo will be able to win a ring with the Bucks, or will he need to leave them to raise the Larry O'Brien trophy? Let us know in the comments. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more NBA content. We are Courtside.